at worldofboating.com or connect with us through our Facebook page. Now, this was a unique request, though. Not often do we get emails that say, hey, would you like to talk to us on your show about what we do in Michigan as a boat dealership? And I'm like, well, yeah, of course we do.
Yeah, because the majority of the emails are, how do we get Captain Patrick off the air?
Exactly. As you would expect.
I hate you all.
So that brings us to Doug Macon Jr. from Macon Marine in Michigan. He is on the World of Boating right now. Doug, welcome. How are you?
Good. Thanks for having me on, guys. How are you?
Thanks for reaching out. We always love it when we get this. When you guys do the job for us. You hear what I'm saying?
Sure.
You guys are providing the content. I love that because that's one less pre-show meeting I have to do with Captain Patrick, and the less contact we have every week, the better. But that's a whole nother issue, Doug, and I'll leave that live for now. So, Macon Marine, you guys are there in where exactly in Michigan?
It's in Houghton Lake, Michigan.
Okay.
Where the current temperature is what?
Uh-oh.
I think it's like 11 out right now.
Ouch. So basically,
it's been brutal the past couple of weeks.
It's good not to be you, is what you're trying to tell us.
It's not, I'm used to it by now.
Exactly.
So it's just part of it.
Yeah. See, we're in Orlando, and our blood is thin. So when we hear things like that, there's whole kinds of shrinkage issues that automatically kick in. But regardless, you guys are right there by Houghton Lake, and you specialize in what type of boating? I would imagine, pontoons and things, or what?
Pontoons. That's the craze right now. So definitely, it's a pontoon market up here where we're at.
I've been up in that area. I've actually delivered some yachts just south of Macatawa Bay, and a little bit further south from there, New Buffalo, Michigan. And the boats that you're selling are, we're talking about pontoon boats, and having spent a fair amount of time, probably certainly not as much as people that live up there, but out on Lake Michigan, are we talking about, pontoon boats that are designed for that environment on a nice day, or are we looking more like the inland lakes like Houghton Lake where you're located?
Majority is the inland lakes. However, they have tri-toons, where you have a third log underneath the pontoon, and you pair that with a lot of horsepower. You can go out in the bigger waters. I wouldn't push it, over 4 foot, but definitely, certainly, we our customer base is growing in that market, and with our tri-toon sales and our larger horsepower applications, we do have a lot of folks. I don't know if you're familiar with the Saginaw Bay. That's in the thumb, just north of the thumb part of the Mitten State, right?
Mm-hmm.
There's that little Saginaw Bay area. We have a number of customers that boat in that area with tri-toon pontoons. So,
and you can water ski off those things and stuff too.
Oh, you can.
For sure.
Wakeboard, everything. Yep.
Yeah.
And what's the on your website? Of course, see what you carry. I mean, what is the best-selling model that you've got for that area? And Greg, looking at, as we've been talking the last few years about the inroads with electronics and stuff, now you're even down to your pontoon boats with basically glass cockpit displays, if you will.
Sure.
Traditional gauges are gone.
Awesome sound systems, the electronics to the nines. And by the way, if you want to check it out, I would assume it's maconmarine.com. Is that right, Doug?
You got it. Yep.
There you go. Okay. So what do you think in that, the electronics-wise? Are you seeing big upgrades and inroads in that area of your business?
Yeah, one brand in particular that I'd mention is Manitou Pontoons. They're built right here in Michigan, in our capital, Lansing, and they have a patented design on their tri-toon, and they've really pushed the envelope on performance side of it. I mean, they have pontoons that are going in excess of over 70 miles an hour and on the twin engine applications. But when you're talking about electronics, I mean, we have the power arches, the wakeboard tower arches up top that are all motorized with power. They can go up, they can go down. And then, replacing the traditional analog gauges on your helm, everything's digital now. And, you can see outputs from your motor, gas usage, GPS mapping. Anything really it's right there. It's all touch button, and that's what we're seeing. That's really what's popular right now.
Well, there you go.
And the era of what we would term, your grandfather's pontoon boat, those years seem to have been, got swept away quite a while ago. And what we're seeing now is geared not only to the older demographic, but to the younger demographic that, look, pontoons it's more than just a party boat. It's more than just a cruiser. There's so much more that you can do, and we've adapted them for these uses. So on your client base, are you seeing that throughout the ranks there? I mean, you certainly your older demographic, but moving into the younger demographic as well?
Absolutely. The way these pontoons are looking now, I mean, some of these pontoons are looking straight out of a movie of Star Wars, and it's really attracting the youth coming in and seeing that. Younger folks, they typically like to wakeboard a little bit more than the older folks, and when you're able to do that with a pontoon and still have a comfortable deck to sit upon, nice chase lounges, you're not overwhelmed with, maybe a traditional bow rider. It is bringing in a different demographic, and they're seeing that. They're coming in and looking at that a lot more.
You guys have been doing this a long time there at Macon Marine, I have a feeling. And I know before we even got you on the air, you had said you really wanted to zero in on the fact that you should boat where, or you should...
Buy where you boat.
Yeah, buy where you boat, exactly. And you guys have built your business along those lines, I think, right?
Yeah, I mean, it's very important to us, and that's really what we sell. We know we have great product here. Our products show well when folks come in. They know 90% of the time. They know as soon as they take one look at a pontoon on display, they want it, right? Mm-hmm. And some folks, different situations, they may figure out, okay, how are we going to buy it now? But the important thing is who's going to take care of it? Who's going to take care of us? A lot of my customers, we're in a vacation kind of a resort town. A lot of my customers are in the southern part of Michigan, Detroit, Grand Rapids. They have cabins up here. It's a short summer up here, 4 months.
Right.
And when they're up here on the weekends and if something goes wrong, how fast can you react? Who can you trust? And then even in the winter months when it's 11 degrees outside and there's snow on the ground, where's your boat going to go? And, who's going to take care of that, make sure your motor's winterized properly, shrink wrap, or inside storage. So we're a full-service marine dealership service center, and we take care of the customer year-round when it comes to their boating needs.
Well,
it's
great stuff.
To establish that.
Yeah, I think it makes a lot of sense. Yeah, buy where you boat. Words of wisdom from Doug Macon Jr. there at Macon Marine. Doug, thank you so much for being on the World of Boating. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
We got more coming up next. Stay close.
You're listening to